Welcome to the 19th episode of the Let's Talk Weekly podcast. Now, before I say anything, I strongly urge everyone to go back and check out part 1 of our discussion with Jazzmin Jolly. We had a great time. We continue from where we left off. We have more like NPR Star Wars Hour, more Guardians of the Galaxy talk. What's it like being a cosplayer? Jazzmin gives some great advice to cosplayers, people who want to get into the cosplay life. It's just an overall great conversation. And again, I urge you all to go back and check out part 1 before you listen to part 2. But either way, you have a good time and you have a good discussion to listen to, and hope you all subscribe to her channels, which I'll post in the descriptions, and check us out, check everybody out, and just have a great time. So without further ado, this is the 19th episode of Let's Talk Weekly podcast with Jazzmin Jolly part 2. Later. Okay, TARDIS, let's go. Let's go on an adventure. Woo! Welcome to the Let's Talk Weekly podcast. But I'm looking forward to Star Wars Rebels when that comes out in October. I think it's going to be an interesting show.
Right.
Have you seen the footage from it?
I have not. Wait. Yes, I have. I'm bitter that they canceled Clone Wars.
I am too.
I was just like, I refuse to do this. I'm still mad about Clone Wars. So, yeah.
Do you read comic books?
I do. I haven't read them as much recently. I haven't read any of the Star Wars ones.
Okay.
I mostly started being... Well, no, I can't say. I started my comic book nerdiness because my father, who's the Marvel nerd in my family, like, he is the geekiest of the geek. He had all his comic books laid everywhere. And so when I got bored, I would just go through his comic books. And I kept seeing this, like, redhead girl everywhere. I was like, who is this redhead girl? I later found out it was Jean Grey and probably some MJ and, you know, whatever. But so I'm still, like, in love with Jean Grey because when I was little, I was just like, she's so pretty! But, so I stole most of his comic books. And we still, to this day, have the first edition of the X-Men. The first comic book that ever came out that was X-Men. I have it, and I told him that I took it, and he hates my life forever. But, so, yeah, I mostly got that from him. Mostly just, like, X-Men and Spider-Man. Once Jean Grey died again, and then, like, Scott replaced her with Emma Frost, I was like, I'm done with this. And then with Spider-Man, when Mephisto decided to destroy MJ, I'm spoiling everything for everyone that hasn't read it, but it happened years ago, so everyone should know by now. When Mephisto decided to destroy MJ and Peter's marriage and then, like, make him, like, little again or something, I was like, I'm done with this. So I boycotted both of those and stopped reading them because I was just like, what are you doing right now? And I just stopped.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked comic books because I would say for the I'll cut to Marvel in a second. Like they've. I haven't read it yet, but I know that they're supposed to have finished off Clone Wars in that 4-part graphic novel. It's like this Darth Maul story.
Oh, I was wondering what they were going to do with Darth Maul.
It's supposed to end the 20th of this month. I'm waiting for all 4 parts to come out and I'll just read them all together. But
Okay, so I was wondering. I was like, did you guys even like fix this whole Darth Maul thing and Cad Bane still running around being obnoxious and like I don't know. I figured it was just something I missed because I mostly focused on the episodes that Anakin and Padme are in. But I was just like, I must have missed something because last time I checked, Darth Maul was still running around like, hey, guess what? I'm alive again. Time to mess up stuff. So yeah,
because I really enjoyed Clone Wars. Like I was one of the people that watched it when they had it on Friday, then they turned it to Saturday. I watched it every time a new one came out. And now I have the DVDs, and I'm like, can y'all just give me season 6 from Netflix, please, on DVD? That would make me happy. But
season 6, that's the one that got canceled, right?
Right, and it's just on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Yeah. I watched it on Netflix because I'm just like, yay! Because I like the episodes with I'm an Anakin Padme shipper. If you don't get it by now, but like I like watching the episodes with Rush Clovis, and Anakin was just like, rah, I don't like you, and he like proceeds to like beat the guy for like 10 minutes, and I love that episode. Although I'm just like, why are you still hitting him in the face? Like, I think we got it. Stop hitting him in the face. Stop hitting him in the face. But I don't know.
Because
I love that episode.
Because that would have been something to have seen, and I know this all comes after the movies, but like have like a one-off line in like episode 3, like say some kind of like marital issue comes up between them, and they're like, yeah, but you probably would do something about with Rush Clovis. I'm like, yeah, that would have been a nice nod, but we didn't have all that stuff back almost 10 years ago, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they're expanding upon it, because like I mostly read fan fiction and stuff about that, but I thought it was really interesting to add some sort of like depth to the relationship other than just, okay, we're married and now we're pregnant, now she's dead, okay, the end. Yes. I'm glad to see what they, a little bit of what they went through, and I thought it was in character because Anakin was always so protective of her. And then when, like, Rush was there, and he was just like, oh, well, maybe she has feeling for someone else besides you. And Anakin's just like, all right, I'm now going to spend the next 7 minutes beating your face in. Sorry. And then proceeds to throw his lightsaber and just bam, 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 bam. Like, yes. I'm just like, this is awesome. So I like to watch that when I'm eating dinner. I put it on my iPad, and I just sit there and I watch.
Because... now you're gonna make me pull out my DVDs and then watch them again, like, cause.
Oh my gosh, I love it though. I love it so much. Like, it may not be. I don't even know how long it is, but I know exactly what episode it is. I just like to sit there while I'm eating dinner and just watch Anakin beat up people. Just like, yep, this is how life works.
Because I love that 4-parter when they thought Obi-Wan had died, and Anakin goes all berserk.
Oh, Anakin went like insane, and they were like, maybe she'll Anakin. They're like, no, be fine. Anakin was just like, I'm gonna kill everything. Yeah, that was good.
Especially when it took that turn to like, I was thinking, oh, is this when they're gonna kidnap the Chancellor and we're gonna cut the series off here? Oh, no. Okay. Because I'm thinking in that comic book, because I kind of read a little bit in the wiki, and I wish I hadn't read it, but I think it's gonna probably wrap up that loose end of like, when does the Chancellor get kidnapped?
Right.
Although I really like that little 12-part thing Cartoon Network did years ago, right before episode 3 came out, where it ended with the Chancellor getting kidnapped, and it explained why Grievous was choking to death.
Yeah, because Mace Windu randomly was just like, and choke, and like, after doing all this crazy stuff, Grievous was just like, ugh, and then like, he proceeds to choke for the rest of his life, and I'm just like, really? So, all of a sudden, he's like, I am Monster Grievous, and then he starts choking after Mace Windu squeezes his organs. I'm just like, okay, that's good.
And honestly, that made more sense than him just showing up in Clone Wars as coughing. I'm like, Can we have some explanation?
Yeah.
Cause,
There was explanation. Randomly in the middle of a fight, Mace Windu decides to choke his organs. The end.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cause I like the little things they did in the series, like they had the little line of like in the movie or episode 3 when Anakin finally meets Grievous and it's like, oh, I thought you'd be taller. And the episode where they had the two of them walk next to each other but they couldn't see each other. It's like you can have them in the same spot. Everybody knows it, but they don't know it. I like those little like minor details.
Right.
Oh,
I thought it was interesting in Clone Wars when they had Anakin find out about his future when he was
yes,
found out he was gonna be Darth Vader, and he was just like, ah, like
yes. I love that 4 part. Is it 3 or 4? No, it's 4. It's 4.
I can't even remember. I just remember that they showed it to him, and he was just like, and poor Anakin, his life just like sucks. I don't know what to do with him. I feel so bad.
Because I like that part, like when they right before the vision ends, he sees the Darth Vader helmet and is like, "Let's go kill the Emperor now." Like, okay, like I'm on board. And
They didn't go anything about Ahsoka though. They didn't even like fix that. I'm like, fix it. What's wrong with you? Fix
like,
Ahsoka.
like,
Like, why did you not fix Ahsoka?
like we just have her. Yeah. Oh yeah, in that episode, yes. Like you just.
They didn't fix it. They didn't fix it. They just let her walk off. I'm like, bring her back. Fix it.
Yeah,
Oh.
because I'm wondering because I'm guessing now, but I think she'll show up in Rebels. I'm really thinking she'll show up. Just because like I read stuff I probably shouldn't read.
Right.
It's like from like the Star Wars blogs and stuff, and they're like, because I think they say like one of the clones that died in that mini arc where the clones were fighting the Jedi gone bad. It was like season 4, I think. I could be wrong, but it's like the one that sacrifices himself to save his brothers on the ship above the planet. Like it was like a planet in darkness.
Okay.
And I forgot the Jedi name, but essentially he was playing them. He played the clones against each other the entire time.
Right.
And they said the clone that died up in the ship, like they said he actually didn't die, and I'm like, can we see it?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see Echo again, like, so he died, but he didn't die. All right, I'll take that because I guess I want to know what happened to Captain Rex.
Yeah, I want to know what happened to Rex and what happened to Ahsoka.
Yeah, those are two I want to know. Like, when Order 66 happened, what happened to where did Rex go? Because we don't see him. We don't see him in the movie.
I'm kind of happy Ahsoka walked off because, I know she's not in the movie, and so I was just like, what happened to her between Clone Wars and the movie? I'm like, I hope, because I had a feeling. I told my brothers like they're gonna kill off Ahsoka. I was like, I know it. I feel it in my bones. They're gonna kill off Ahsoka, and I'm gonna be crying, and it's gonna be awful. I'm like, they're gonna kill her off because she's not in the movie, and Anakin is so close to her. And what other way to push him to dark side after taking away his mother and before taking away his wife, like, then taking off Ahsoka? I'm like, they're gonna kill her, and I'm just gonna, whatever. So I'm glad that she walked off because she's still alive. But at the same time, just like, where'd she go? Like, I want her to come back and be happy and change the whole Star Wars history and make everything happy again. The end. Yay. But
Or do we just throw her in episode 7 as like an old Jedi and have Luke just be her?
I didn't even think of that. But like, would she even be alive that long? Because like Obi-Wan was, well, no, Obi-Wan was
he was older because he was older than Anakin,
right?
and then Obi-Wan, but then she would probably be older than Luke. Cause oh god,
Well, yeah, but then they're old now, so Ahsoka probably wouldn't have lived that long.
No, she probably would either have died or just be very old or found peace with herself in the Force or something.
Unless she pulls one of those ghost things.
Yes. We just had NPR Star Wars Hour.
Yes, we did. That's exactly how life works.
Okay. I feel like the last 3 episodes or so I've done have somehow gone to Star Wars hour, and I'm
I
cool with
mean,
I'm cool
Star
with
Wars is astounding, so
I'm
I
cool with
mean.
that. I wish I could be in like be a part of episode 7 somehow, other than just sitting there watching it like 20 times.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Because
amazing. I really want, and I just want a lightsaber. I really want a pink lightsaber,
mm,
like pink and glittery, just because I feel like I need a lightsaber.
got to. Because don't they? Like, can't you make your own and order it?
Yeah, I'm too lazy. I just need, I just need a lightsaber. I need a pink one. It would be amazing. I could like light it and then smack my brother while he's sleeping, and it would be great. And I could just, it'd be astounding.
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Because I have a Darth Maul one, like when they like the little old plastic toy ones. I'm like,
Oh no, I want like the legit one where you turn it on and it goes woo, 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 and like woo, woo, when you touch the things it goes. Psh. I need like the legit one. Like I need to be able to make noise when I hit things.
oh yeah, I want one too. I'm just like, I just would be afraid I would break it. So I'm like, ew, just sit in this cable, sit in the glass case on the wall.
Yeah, but then I would randomly take it out and just walk around and like hit things, and then I put it back in the case. But then I'd walk around and hit things with it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like my Keyblade I made for Nominee. Like I thought that thing was gorgeous, and I would just take it out randomly and just carry it around the house because I just thought it was beautiful. And like I would gently hit things with it, but I would still just carry it around the house just because I thought it was so pretty.
I don't have too many like props or well, I have a mini TARDIS figure, but that's it. And I can't do anything with it except turn it on and make it make noise.
Well, my Keyblade was the first prop I ever made, and it was mostly because there were no lunar eclipse Keyblades anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, whatever, I'll make one. It can't be that hard. And of course, since I had so limited cosplay experience, I regretted those words forever after. And it took forever to make. And even when I was done, because I kept walking through the house and showing people, and like they didn't see what I saw. I was like, well, this is going to be this, and there's going to be this here and this here, and they're just like, okay. And when it finally came out, they were like, oh, that's what you were trying to do. And I just stared at it. I was like, there's no way I made this. But it just took 6 months of me crying and asking people what I was doing and more crying. And, but I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But of course now I have my trident from Andrea, and then I have this axe I'm making, and then like this gun I'm making, and then like my armor from Jana. And then I'm just like, where do people put all their stuff? Like, holy cow. So, and I have the 2 swords that I collected and the staff over there that I made and never used. And I'm just kind of like, what am I supposed to be doing with all this stuff? Like, I just have random weapons that I made lying around my room, which is fine. I mean, but why?
Well, you'll be prepared for the zombie apocalypse if that ever happens.
I will be prepared for the zombie apocalypse. Although my cousin's petrified of clowns, and before she went off to college, she was explaining to us how if an evil clown came into the house, she said, I'm trying to think what her exact words are. She said, if it jumped into the room at this moment, she said, I would leap across this room, push, because her friend was there, she said, push my friend towards the clown. She said, flip this table, smack Brett towards the clown, and she said, I would come here and pole vault Jazzmin over my head into the clown's arms. And I was like, really? She was like, yes. So I would come in Jazzmin's room, close the door, grab one of Jazzmin's swords, and like shove it through the door, and then open Jazzmin's window, jump out the window, and like run down the block. And I was like, why? She's like, 'cause I don't like clowns, and I fed you to the clown, and I took your sword and jabbed it at the door. And I was like, so you sacrificed all of us to the clown? She was like, yes. I was like, okay, I just want to make sure I had that right.
Or
so yeah.
Plan B, get the sword and stab it in the clown and save everybody.
Yeah, that wasn't her plan. Her plan was to sacrifice all of us and then take my sword. And then I think like not even like stab the clown with it. Just like shove it through the door and hope the clown was there, and then to jump out my window and run up the street. I think that was her plan of action. I was like,
the chosen one.
Pardon?
I said the chosen one gets rid of the sword.
Yeah. Apparently, I was like, so I get shoved into the clown's arms. That's part of your plan. It's like, great. I love this. This is good. This is great. I'm glad that we choose to use Jazzmin's sword to attack things randomly. So, yeah.
Oh my god! Have you seen the documentary called Comic Con Episode 4 Fans Hope? So that's a documentary.
I have not.
Is
it raining?
It's on Hulu.
It is raining.
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
And
I think last time I was on Hulu, I was watching Fireboy Next Door, and I was just like, yay! Korean dramas are awesome.
I need to get into those. I need to.
They're so addicting. It's so bad.
I keep hearing that, and I'm just like, I know I'll get caught in a rabbit hole, and that's why I hadn't done it. But,
yeah, I try not to do things that I know I will get addicted to, because I get addicted. I get addicted to things so easily, so I try just to.
Got you. Because the reason I asked you if you've seen the documentary, because they have this, like, they follow like a few people around, and one person in particular they follow around. Like, she and some friends were making costumes for Mass Effect characters, and they were like designing the armors from scratch, designing the weapons, the headpieces and stuff, and said she was doing it in her garage. And I'm like, it's great, but when this is over, and this was Comic-Con 2010, I'm like, what do you do with all this stuff?
Yeah.
Like, my Goku outfit is in my closet, and I put it on earlier this year just to see if I could still wear it, and I'm like, I can, but I was gonna wear that to Animation until like I talked out of it.
Why?
One friend said, Goku's kind of old, and I'm like, no, it's not. And somebody else said something that made sense. They said, you can wear it, but you probably need to get it fixed a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'll take that one better. but like the Super Saiyan hair is sitting in a box, and I just bought the hair from a Halloween store. And if I really thought about it, I should have like tried to like fix it up some. But oh well, I'm not a professional at all this. I'm not.
Well, I don't know if like really anybody is. I think we're all just kind of going through doing whatever we can,
Mm-hmm. What's going to be like your next cosplay?
Next cosplay. Well, there's one I should be working on. There's actually two. I made the props for them mostly. I just need to actually work on the outfits. They're both with another person. One is, well, let's see, when is this coming out? Because I can either tell you, or if it comes out before I do it, then I can hint at it.
Either this will be next week or sometime in September.
Okay, I will hint at it.
Or actually, when would you prefer this to come out?
No, I like it to come out as soon as possible. I'll hint at it.
Okay, that's fine.
Because that way it won't be like people expecting. I don't know. I like when things are like a big wow factor and not like, oh, I'm expecting this.
Gotcha.
One involves a kids movie, and I made an axe for it, and that's probably blaringly obvious which one that is. And the second cosplay I'm doing, they're two girls, and I made a gun and some hearts and oh, I need one more hint, like a good one. And my gun is pretty. That wasn't a good hint. I just felt like saying my gun was pretty. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be fine.
Okay. I'll ask you after we finish recording what it is, so I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
But yeah.
You should know the first one.
I think I know, but I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
So it'll come to me.
That was a pretty obvious one.
Gotcha. Listen, what do you enjoy about cosplaying?
I love playing dress up. Like, I play dress up in my house, for no reason at all other than just cause. Even when I was younger, I guess like, right. In, high school, people would always be like, what do you want to be like what do you want to be when you grow up? And I always be like, I want to be a video game character. And I was like, that wasn't an actual answer. And like, so I basically get to be a video game character. I can be whatever I want and just walk around. And although it's like painful if like I'm wearing heels or whatever, but like, I just like dressing up and like, I love doing the photo shoots. I love when I can see the picture, whatever kind of mood I'm in, I can look at the picture and I'm like, there it is. I like bringing the character to life. I love it. Like, it's so much fun. And I love meeting people that have the same interests as you, and I love when people are supportive and say, like, oh, I love this. I love how you did this. I love how you did this. And it was really cool. I love that. I think it's awesome.
Gotcha. Is there, like, what's some of your favorite ones that you've done?
Oh, that's always like the hardest of questions. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say nominate because that Keyblade, I'm so stinking proud of that Keyblade. Like, OMG, like I honestly, that was the first prop I've ever made in my life ever, and when I finally got done and looked at it, I was just like, there is no way I made this because I am so not. I'm not worthy enough to have made this. It later, of course, fell apart when my darling puppy ran into it and knocked it over the ground, and she had enough self-preservation to look at it and run out the room because she knew that she had messed up so badly. But I'm going to refix it one day. So that one was awesome. I love Belle. Granted, Belle kind of exploded and the picture ended up going everywhere, and I still have no idea how. I love Jana, the one I just did, because that was the first one I did 100% by myself, and I am in love with that outfit. Like, I love it. I love Jana so much. I of course love Jazzmin because Jazzmin. I'm like looking at my cosplay closet right now. Tifa was my first one, and I love that one too. But it's like, being that she's all black, like it's harder to get seen in a con crowd, And I guess the way I portray Tifa the best is that I can do that little crouch thing she does, like where you get down to the ground, the little crouch thing she does, and I can do that really low. So that's when I get like lots of pictures because. Like, I can do that. But other than that, it's just like, oh, she's wearing all black, and next to her is hot pink, and next to that is green, So I like the ones that get attention. I like all my princesses, but usually when I'm wearing the gloves, I can't like use my phone, and I'm like on an island because my petticoats and my dresses are so big, and I have to like hug people from like 2 feet away. And Andrea and Starfire are both really, really cool. Just dealing with latex is interesting, but it makes the costume look so much better, and it's just it takes a little bit extra to deal with, but it just makes the outfit look awesome. So basically, I guess I'm gonna say like all my cosplays. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Got you. Because how long? So let's just say, how is this? Is it Oticon or I don't know how to pronounce it. Oticon. Like, how was it? Like, how was the convention first off?
Convention was great, other than the lines. The lines were stupidly obnoxious, but other than that, Oticon was great.
Okay. I haven't been to too many conventions, and like I want to get out and try to go to more like next year if possible. And
Right.
I think that's one I wouldn't mind going to. Cause, like I know some people that live in Baltimore, so I'm like they're pretty sure they wouldn't mind me like sleeping on the couch or something. Hopefully,
Right.
but because I was wondering, like, is it like an anime convention, comic book convention, or
I think it's anime. What I
okay,
mostly like about it is because the Baltimore Harbor is so beautiful anyway. Like, it's astounding, and it's like they have like pirate ships, and everyone like gets on the pirate ship and gets drunk, and then they come to the harbor, and there's like water guns, and they shoot people on the harbor, and there's like an aquarium, and there's everything. But then like you fill the Baltimore Harbor with like nerds, like brightly colored nerds, and it's like the best thing ever. And so I love that. And I love going to Chernog and all the food around, and Otakon is just so huge. Like, Otakon is like the largest I will go before I cut it off, because like Dragon Con's coming up and NYCC is coming up, and I'm just like, nope, I can't, too many people. So Otakon is like the largest I will go to before I have to cut it off. So I do like Otakon. Otakon's pretty cool. My favorites are Colossal Con and Katsu. Those rank very high on my list of awesomeness. So I love those.
where are those two?
Katsu is at the Gaylord Hotel in Washington, D.C., actually National Harbor, Maryland. So it's in like the D.C. area.
Okay.
But that is like beautiful. Beautiful. Like, I love Katsu just because it's beautiful. And the food is so good. And then Katsu is just gorgeous. Like, Katsu is just so gorgeous. I can't. And Colossal Con is in Ohio. And it is in the Kalahari Resorts, where there's an indoor water park, an outdoor water park, a safari, an arcade. Like, it's just an all-inclusive resort thing, and they like make fudge, and they have all this stuff plus the convention. Like, I barely even get to the convention because I'm so busy being at the water park doing shoots. I don't even go into the water park because I have black people hair and my hair would frizz, but I mostly just run around like doing shoots, and then like chasing the goats, and then like petting the tigers, and then like going back to the goats, and then like going to the ostriches, and then there's the kangaroos, and then I'm just like, animals everywhere. Like, they're walking completely off subject, but I was in my room, and I was looking out the balcony, and they were walking the baby goat, and I was just like, the baby goat, they're walking the baby goat. I was like, I'm going to jump off this balcony so I can go hug the baby goat. And my photographer was in there. He was like, you're going to drop your orange juice. And I looked at my orange juice. So I was like, I'm going to run down 4 flights of stairs so I can hug this baby goat. So I put my orange juice down, and I ran down the 4 flights of stairs, and I ran the baby goat. I was like, baby goat! And I like hugged the goat, and the goat was just like, what's happening? I hate you. And then the goat licked my face, and I was just like, this is magnificent. Like, OMG. I got to play with the tigers, and the baby tigers are so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. And I got to feed them, and I was just like, I love you, baby tiger. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, Colossal Con is awesome. In summary.
Gotcha.
In summary, Colossal Con is awesome. Yes.
I was about to sing that song, Everything is Awesome. So like, nope, I stopped myself.
Everything is awesome.
I love that movie. But, gosh. No, I should probably watch it. Later.
I haven't watched Lego Movie, but all the kids I teach are always just like, in the Lego Movie, everyone's like, everything is awesome. I'm like, what's the rest of the song? They're like, we don't know. We just know that everything is awesome part. Like, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So that's all I know, because I always go, everything is awesome, and I don't even know the rest of the song.
The song, the lyrics are interesting when you actually listen to it. It's like, it's kind of deep. Deep in a kid-friendly way, but when you listen to some things that they say, because I'm like, it's the guys from the Lonely Island that do it, and I'm like, but I forgot who the lady is singing. I forgot.
They're the same ones who do I Want a Boat, right?
Yes.
There we go. That's what I was thinking.
Wait, I have the CD. I can tell you. Hold on. I'm in the middle of cleaning up, so stuff is like everywhere. It's Tegan and Sarah, and then Tegan and Sarah featuring the Lonely Island. That's what it is. So
Okay.
it's an interesting song. Because when I realized it was Lonely Island. I was like, oh, that's interesting. They're just kid friendly. But the movie's good, and since you haven't seen it, so I won't ruin it. I'll just say when it takes an interesting turn, it was like I kind of thought it was gonna go there, but when it went there, I was like, yep. And I had so much more appreciation for it. Random movie. Did you like Sucker Punch?
Random admission, I did not watch Sucker Punch.
Okay, gotcha. That's fine. Not too many people I know
Although I
like it.
have
I was just curious.
cosplayed Baby Doll. I did not, but I will cosplay Baby Doll for a reason. I just, yeah. I mostly cosplayed Baby Doll because I feel like I have to give an explanation before people are like, oh my gosh, you didn't watch the movie. I cosplayed Baby Doll mostly because I was at a point where I think I had gotten turned down for a few shoots because I was black, and I was like, really? Is this really a thing? And so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to cosplay somebody just because I think that black people can cosplay, whoever they want and still make it work, So I'm going to try really, really hard just to make it work and just to be like, you can't just do things and say, oh, well, because you're black, you can't do this, I'm just like, okay, so I'm going to pick a random character that I think I can pull off, and I'm going to cosplay her, and I'm going to make it awesome, So, I read up on Sucker Punch because I was going to watch it before I cosplayed her, and then I read up on it. I was like, I can't watch this. It will give me nightmares. So I read the story behind it, and I was just like, all right, I can pull this off, So I watched bits and pieces of it that didn't have the rough fur parts in it, and then I went from there.
And I liked it from the standpoint of it being psychological. And when you kind of and I was going to say it, like you realize like all this stuff was in her head, and I was like, Zack Snyder did a good job, but I think a lot of people who did reviews for it, they were like, it didn't make any sense. It was just like a action movie with girls and stuff. I'm like, it was a psychological action movie. I'm like, my only person that got the fact that it was psychological. Because like one of the last scenes, like right when they do when she has the lobotomy, and they show you everything that happened in the asylum, like where she was and stuff. I was like, oh, so we got to see someone's psychosis at work here.
Yeah.
And the whole brothel part, that threw me off, but then I realized she thinks that this is a brothel. Okay.
Right.
But I watched the extended cut of the movie, and they add a few extra scenes, and I see why they couldn't show them in the theatrical version, because since they advertised it like kids can go watch the movie, that wouldn't have worked.
Right.
But if you ever decide to watch it, it's okay, but there are some rough moments.
Yeah, I've read all the rough moments, and I've watched, I think, a bunch of it that I knew I could watch the scenes from. So when I read about it, I was like, this sounds depressing. Like, this will give me nightmares. I can't. So,
it's a little depressing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot depressing. I was like, no one saved her? Like, they couldn't save her before this happened? They all came in after it happened? I'm like, great. All right, cool. So I was just like, I can't. It's starting. I feel my head hurting. I can't. We gotta talk about puppies now.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, puppies are cute.
I wish I had like a random puppy song, and I don't have one. Okay, so I just want to ask a question, and then we can skate past it. I take you don't like horror movies.
No.
All right, cool. I don't either. I just wanted to ask. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, okay. I know you talked about Marvel, and I said I would come back to it, and that was like an hour and some change ago. Who's your favorite character?
Okay, let's see. I love Spider-Man. I also love Captain America. I think I mostly like. I haven't read any Captain America comics, but I've mostly fell in love with him during the Avengers when they were talking about Loki making people his like flying monkeys, and I think Thor said, "I don't get it," and Captain America was like, "I got it. I understood that reference." And I'm just like, yes, that's my life. That's my life every day. 'Cause I don't understand like general references, like all jokes go completely over my head. Like I don't know why I'm just bad with social interactions and jokes. And so like the fact that he never got anything and then finally was just like, I understood that reference. I was like, yes, yay, I love you. That summarizes my life. Like yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I liked him then. I like how he's so like righteous and always tries to do what's right, and he's got all these muscles, and I can't. Don't like Iron Man. His ego's too big, and blah, blah, blah. Thor is cute. And I like how he talks and how he walks, and but I mostly like Spider-Man. I wish Peter Parker's luck was better because his luck just sucks. But
yeah.
Oh, Jean Grey. Jean Grey was like my favorite ever. I love Jean Grey. Like I love Jean Grey so much. And then they killed her off, and they replaced her with Phoenix. Well, not Phoenix. What's her name? Emma Frost. And I'm just like, really? I don't like this girl. Why would you replace Jean with Emma Frost? I don't like her. I don't understand her purpose in life. I semi think she's evil, but then she's not evil, but then she's evil again. I don't understand. So I don't know.
Did you like the new movie?
The newest one?
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how Kitty gained the ability to, like, transport people's mind back in time. I'm like, when was this a thing? Like, last I checked, Kitty ran through walls, and now she apparently puts people's minds back. And then, like, Bobby was dating Kitty, and I'm like, but you're supposed to be dating Rogue, and Kitty's supposed to be dating Colossus, and I'm like, what? So that was a little confusing. And then like there were certain continuity issues, and I was just like, okay, so if they kidnapped Mystique, I'm spoiling it in case anyone hasn't watched it. I apologize in advance. If they kidnapped Mystique and like tortured her, and then like eventually killed her off, and how did she pull the rest of X-Men off? Like, how did she go and eventually poison Professor X and like continue to be Mystique if earlier in life they kidnapped her and used her to make the Sentinels? Like, what? You know?
Yeah, there are some issues. Now, you reminded me of the issues. I just kind of like forgot.
I was like, okay, but you have to go back in time to when that happened, but then like not forward in time. But okay, I was like, all right, cool. And then they were like, all right, so you're going to need both of us. You're going to need both Professor X, and you're going to need Magneto. You're going to need both of them. So they broke Magneto out, and Magneto basically just messed up everything. Like, they could have left him in his little prison, and things would have been so much easier. All he did was mess up everything. Yep. You know? I'm like, what did you do? What hope did you accomplish other than messing everything up and shooting Mystique and having drag her across the floor by the bullet in her leg? Like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, they could have left him there. I mean, I'm assuming the purpose there was so that they could show off Pietro. And I was so mad that all he did was like, yeah, my mom knew a guy who could manipulate metal. And I'm just like, that's it? That's all you're going to do? You're not going to go further into that? You're just going to say, my mom knew a guy like that? I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got to see Pietro, but the Magneto did nothing but cause trouble for everyone. I'm like, why didn't you just leave him there? Like, how? What? So, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because I thought it was like, okay, it was better than the First Class. I'll just go ahead and say that. I like First Class, but the continuity issues made me do like that messing with my mind issue. Like, why is Scott's younger brother older than him? But okay, because reasons. Okay, I get it.
Because of reasons.
Yes, and now I'm like, so Now Logan's in the alternate timeline, which I'm hoping is better and things are different. I don't know. I'm.
Yeah.
You say what I had to say. I did like the Quicksilver scene though. Like I liked it.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He was an astounding Quicksilver. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that. And I would say the Sentinels, like I liked the design, but seeing how they were in the future, I was like, that's not how I thought they were going to look. But okay. But I will say I haven't read that much X-Men comics. I've seen most of it was oh lord. So I'm like just talking, and I didn't realize like the call had just like cut off on me.
Yeah, I heard it cut off, and I was just like, "What?" And like, I moved a computer closer to the router in case it was mine, and I haven't really touched it, so it's just like, "What's happening right now?"
What was the last thing you heard me say? Hmm. What was the last thing you heard me say right before it cut off? Oh no. Oh no. Again. We're waiting. This is NPR Movie Talk.
Okay,
Okay. So
I'm trying to figure out because I moved my computer like an inch to the left. Like, I don't know if that did anything.
I don't think it's you. It might just be our connection.
Meh.
Um yeah, you'll hear the little joke I made when I was like, yeah, we're having NPR Movie Talk. But oh, actually, what was the last thing you heard me say before it cut you off the first time?
I don't remember. I think we were talking about Pietro and his
Yeah,
running around.
yeah, it's like that scene. Like I really liked it. I wish he had been in there longer. And yeah, I wish he was there longer. I know we're gonna get him in, well, the other version of him in the Avengers. And we're talking, and we're disconnected. We're ringing.
I don't understand what's happening.
Oh, this is funny because you're getting. I'm ad libbing here. So this is fun. I am not gonna try to cut that out. I'm not. It's fun. Okay, Pietro was awesome. That's all I was gonna say. And before Skype hates X-Men again.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, another thing. Okay. What are your hopes? Do you have any like hopes for an Apocalypse movie next year, or whenever it comes out?
Um, Not so much hopes. I'm just gonna go and watch it, popcorn, and analyze with my dad and my brother. Daddy wasn't overly excited about Apocalypse. He's waiting for Carnage with Spider-Man. He's just like, I want to see Carnage. And there's who is the guy he wants in X-Men? I think Onslaught. I think
Okay.
he's waiting for Onslaught. So, yeah. But I don't think he was like overly excited about Apocalypse. I think he was just like Onslaught. But I may be wrong. I can't remember who it was. So,
Gotcha.
yeah. I just like going with my family, and I like, we all sit at the end because we're like such nerds. We sit and we're like, okay, how did everyone feel about this movie? So, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm just looking forward to seeing how they do the character Apocalypse.
Right.
Just because, like, we're now getting to the point with these movies where we're getting the characters that I want to see, and
Right.
I have a strong hope that on the DC side we'll get Darkseid at some point. I have a strong hope for that. But the Marvel movies, I'm like, we got Thanos now, great. We have Apocalypse coming, great. I wonder what else we can. I wonder who else we can get.
Right.
And I'm saying this as I'm killing a spider. Or I was attempting to.
Oh, you're doing it so bravely.
I
Because
was
I would have
just trying to, and I didn't get it. Let's go. Crap.
I would have screamed at the top of my lungs, and like you would have heard it by now, and I would have been like, "Ah!" And I would have like flailed, and then like one of the boys would have had to come in and save me, and it would have been awful.
Because I was just looking at that corner of my eye, like, I see something crawling.
I have like bug ESP. I can like usually point out the smallest of bugs from like across the room. Like they always find me. It's awful. It's pretty awful, and I feel so bad for the boys in my house because like I'll just scream and I'll hear how big is it, and I'm like, what do you mean how big is it? Just come get it, whatever it is. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? So
I'll just wait for it to show back up, and I'll get it. Just wait. I'm not gonna wait that long. No. But yeah, the movie. I think their movies are getting to the real deep era of comics now, and I think Guardians took Marvel in the direction they needed to go. And I would say the only thing I kind of agree with some people talking about about Marvel comics and the movies is like, yeah, we're so used to Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow. We're used to them. It's nice to see somebody new.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to Avengers next year. And we'll get to see more Quicksilver and now his sister.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I was like kind of thrown off between like the different Quicksilvers. Like I was just like, well, what are we doing? Why are there two of them now? You know, and I understand that they have to do a thing where they can't call them mutants, they have to call them miracles or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of like, what? Why are we doing this now? So
I was going to ask, do you and your family watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
We don't. We don't. My brother might. I don't know what he watches. I hardly ever watch TV anymore. I'm an awful person.
Got you. It's a good show. I try to convince people to watch it just because it answers why Coulson's alive and really expands things into another way. I haven't finished the season yet. I have like 2 episodes left, but they kind of hinted at the Kree a little bit.
Do I have you?
I guess I'm excited for all of this. I just want to know how much your general audience is going to stick with it. Because I know right before Guardians came out, people were saying we don't know how this is going to go, or nah, and I'm like, oh, now y'all like it. Whereas it's you should trust the fans. They know what they're talking about. But you don't get a lot of that. Although I encountered some people who were like, the movie was sucky and all that stuff. I'm like, did we go see the same movie? Apparently not.
Yeah. Also, there were some people who said that Captain America 2 sucked. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Gotcha.
I was like, no, Captain America actually was astounding, which is what you meant to say, is that it was astounding. Captain America 2, yes.
Yes, I saw that twice, and it was the first Marvel movie I saw twice.
I saw that thing 6 times.
Oh,
gosh. I'm not even playing.
That might be the number of times I saw Star Wars Episode 3. Okay, so we're gonna wait. We're just gonna play this while we wait.
Okay, that was not my fault because I was still on Facebook while it went off, and I was like, my Facebook's still working, so that's not the internet.
It must just be me. It's my connection.
Okay. I thought it was mine, but I was just like, okay.
Alright. This is the first time this has happened, so I apologize.
It's no problem. I thought it was mine because, my internet's on the router's on the other end of my house, and sometimes by the time it reaches my room, which is on the other end of the house, it just gets, crazy. But that time Facebook was still working, so I was like, I don't think that one's me. The other ones might have been, but I don't know.
Well, you know what? I might not cut out all, the moments where it just stops and I realize, oh, yeah, we're still going. But... what I was gonna say, maybe I should start talking about Marvel because apparently my site doesn't like Marvel.
That's right. Every time we talk about Marvel, it cuts off.
Maybe because my computer is like a DC fan. It's like you're not talking about DC at all.
Yeah.
Shield. It pushes everything after Captain America 2 when they kept saying you need to watch the show. Like I watched the episode like right after, and I was like, yeah, I gotta catch up. And there's like a lot like how a lot of things go in between the movies and how it all fits together. Like I won't ruin anything just because I'm trying to be like general with you, but
right.
I would say watch it if you all get a chance. As I take it, your family is a big Marvel family.
Right.
What's something like I know you did a Starfire cosplay. Like, do you like any like other like DC characters?
Robin. Of course, I ship Starfire and Robin, so there's that. Most of the Teen Titans. I mostly like Starfire because in Teen Titans, I love how like her personality just explains my personality so much. Like that's pretty much my life in a nutshell. Is Starfire is just daily like trawling through and like having no idea what's going on. So I was just like, I need to be Starfire. So yeah, mostly just Starfire. DC is a little bit darker than Marvel, so it's not something I generally tend to visit too much other than Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're right. DC is a little darker. And for some reason, like actually I don't know why I kind of always gravitated toward DC. Maybe because maybe because I'm a Superman fan, but
my mom's a Superman fan.
Nice to know. Nice to know I'm not alone. Okay.
Yeah, because we all watched the Superman versus Goku battle. So she was cheering on Superman. I was cheering on Goku.
Huh.
So.
Oh, that thing where you could tell it was like somebody was a serious Goku fan.
Yeah, I was just like, Goku! And my brother was like, Goku! And Mom was like, who is the other guy and why are they fighting and what's going on? But I cheer on Superman, but I don't understand what's happening. And like Superman won, I was like, boo!
Oh wait, I didn't see that one.
Really? Wait a minute. Really? No.
There's a flip book battle, and Goku
flip book. Okay, no, there's an actual death battle. It was like a huge thing, Goku versus Superman. Everybody was like going crazy over it. It's like an actual death battle. And
oh my God.
For those who haven't seen it, I apologize. The Superman ends up winning. Because obviously we were just like, right, it's kind of like the Cloud versus Link one. I was like, bull. I call absolute, complete, and utter bull. Bull. I know. So, yeah.
You just made my day.
Why?
Because Superman should beat Goku. I'm like, thank God. No,
I thought Goku should have. Well, I mean,
I like them both. Don't get me wrong. I like them both. But
yeah,
I go with Superman more like his like you talking about how Starfire is like your personality, like the Superman Clark Kent thing is kind of like my personality a little bit and I didn't realize it when I actually picked to study journalism in school. Like, yeah, I kind of went down that same path. Okay, but that might be like why I go with Superman. I mean, the powers are cool, but it's more like the moral system.
Right.
Goku has morals too. But he didn't go to school. I don't like Dragon Ball Evolution, which I will not talk about that movie. I saw it on TV and I scratched my head like pretty much the entire time. Are we on the same page on that one, or I'm curious?
I don't think I saw that one yet. I think my brother and I were going to watch it, and I don't think I've seen it yet.
Okay. I won't ruin anything for you.
Okay.
When you watch it, let me know.
Alrighty.
Then we can talk.
Alright.
I have to go find that Superman Goku fight. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's Death Battle. Just type in Death Battle Goku vs Superman. Like it you can't miss it. Like you really can't.
Got you. Good. Well, I know we've been talking for a while, and I don't want to keep you all night. But I want to ask you like a few more things, like a couple more things. Like, is there? Well, I thought this earlier. Like, you're doing like your photo shoots with people and stuff. Like what is something that you can get out of doing photo shoots with and seeing people like sharing your work and stuff online?
It's interesting because like I kind of got sucked into modeling. A bunch of the models I know got sucked into modeling, and so like I mostly was doing it for photographers who needed people to be in the portfolio so that they could show off portfolio for other people so they could say, okay, look what I can do, so I started like that. And then, of course I started my Disney princess things. I was like, while I'm at it, I want to be a Disney princess. And as it slowly got bigger and bigger, I mean, I'm really not that overly popular. I just, model for a bunch of different companies. It's weird when people share it because, like, I'm mostly just sharing it on my page, like, to my friends, and then people will take it and put it somewhere, and I'm kind of like, and once it gets shared, it's, like, no longer under your control. It's like, when it gets shared in your Facebook, your friends comment, and of course they're all going to be nice about it and say, nice things because they're your friends, but once people take it and put it somewhere else, it's you no longer have control of the situation, and so sometimes it's like this kind of panicky feeling, like, oh no, what did they say, what did it do, so like, somebody told me that one of my Belle pictures was put on Tumblr, and it had like 8,000 notes, I believe, and I was just like, holy cow, like, I don't even have a Tumblr, like, I don't understand why there's no E in Tumblr, like, why, I'm so confused, and so, like, I kind of went through it a little bit, and then people were just like, I don't know, somebody was like, I really don't like this photo, I really do, but that's just not the way you put your hands in a piano, and blah, 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 and I'm just like, oh my gosh, really? Like, is this really something we're complaining about right now? So, it's really cool when your work does get shared. It's just scary, because, like, on your Facebook, I feel like you have more control. It's like, if you have a troll, you can just ban them, and, whatever, but when people take the photo and put it out into the world, and sometimes they give you credit, sometimes they don't, sometimes they give your photographer credit, sometimes they don't, sometimes they just share it, and, whatever, it gets a little bit scary. I've found a lot of pictures of my friends that have been stolen and put on different sites, and sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, and I'll send the link, and I'm like, by the way, how are you? I haven't spoken to you in forever. Here's a picture of you that's been stolen and put on the site. How's life going?
Wow.
So, was that the question? I feel like I just rambled.
Well, that was the question. Because I know I didn't really word it right. It was more like figuring it out as I went. Yeah. But...
Oh my gosh. Hang on one second. Mm-hmm. Something's playing. What's playing? I didn't touch anything. Why are you playing? What's playing? Stop playing whatever's playing. What is playing? Oh my gosh. What's playing? What's playing? What's playing? Why is whatever playing? I was trying to figure out why there was like scary music playing, and I was looking around my room just like, oh my gosh, what's happening right now? And I don't know what's playing. I haven't touched anything, and now something's playing randomly, and it's just so embarrassing. And I don't know what's playing. Can you not play creepy music while I'm in the middle of my interview, please? Is it this?
It sounds like a movie clip.
Okay, if something on my Facebook decided to play randomly, and I don't know what it was.
Like
and I wasn't even on whatever the video was.
It sounded like a movie clip or something.
That's what it sounded like, but like I wasn't even on a movie clip, like... It was just on the news feed, and like something just randomly starts playing creepy music, and I'm sitting here looking around my room, like, why is there creepy music? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Continue speaking. I apologize.
You're fine. This whole conversation has been awesome. So, especially Jenny.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I think the reason I asked that question is because I know people have feel different ways about stuff when their stuff is shared.
Right.
And some people were like, "Oh, this is great. Okay, I could care less." But then some people were like, "Oh, okay." And then what you said. So I like to hear different viewpoints on how people feel.
Well, it's probably I'm like very introverted, so I'm kind of just like, oh my gosh, like I'm out in the world, and it's a way of getting used to it because I'm still used to. I'm not very good at like promoting my page or anything. Like I just kind of leave it there, and if people happen to find it, then whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like one of those people who like sends friend requests out to people and then like says like my page and then whatever. But I feel like if I have it on my page, I can control things that are said. But then when it gets out of my control, I'm just like, I feel like being sacrificed to the masses. So it's kind of one of those things.
Gotcha. I do understand because I'm kind of I'm gonna say I'm kind of introvert. I am an introvert myself,
Right.
and like I know a lot of people were like, "Why don't you talk about like serious things on your Facebook page?" Because I want to talk about fun stuff. I have my thoughts on serious things, but this is my page. So I can share whatever I want.
Yeah.
But I'll mainly share like oh some awesome news on something funny or whatever, just because I want to try to share the fun things amidst the serious things in the world. But like I don't share that much, and like since Facebook has the interesting settings that they have, I go and make sure like all my pictures are not open to the public if they're not or whatever. But
Right.
I try.
Right.
But the other thing I wanted to ask you is there like any advice you could give to people who are interested in cosplaying who've never done it or have done it and want to give up on it?
Absolutely do it. Like, you can always find 80,000 excuses to not do things. Um, but it's fun to find the one reason to do it. It's like, when you're older and you're in the rocking chair on your front porch, are you going to say, wow, I wish I had tried this just once just so I know what it felt like? I mean, at least just try it once and see what you think. And if you don't like it, it's cool. Then you can go about life. But, if you like it, you never know what could come from it. I wish I'd started earlier. I wish I'd known about it earlier. I was so remote in Sumter, I had no idea what cosplay was. But, like, it's so much fun, and if it's something that interests you, do it. My mom always says life is too short to be unhappy, and I think it's fun to try stuff. Like even little introverted people like me who don't necessarily like to leave the house. Like I will leave my house for conventions, and I go and have a ball, and I go scurrying back to my room. So absolutely try it, and if you like it, continue. If you don't like it, at least you know.
Mm-hmm. I think that is a great stopping point.
Alrighty.
This could keep going on for hours. But I would love to have you on again whenever you have time.
No problem.
And do you like promote like your like social medias or stuff before you go?
Let's see. I have my Facebook page, which is Jazzmin Jolly, Jazzmin, and Jolly like Jolly Old Saint Nick, who's Jasmine with two Z's and no E. Um, I have a Instagram. I'm hardly ever on it. I think it's Disney Princess 1313. I have a Tumblr. I'm never on it. I don't even know what it's called. Try Disney Princess 13 or Disney Princess 1313 or something. I don't know what it's called. I'm never on it. I just whatever. And I have a YouTube channel which also might be Disney Princess 13. Just go on my Facebook page. I eventually at some point post all that stuff when I figure out what it is. I'm like, oh yeah, just because I forgot what it is. Here it is. Yay. So yeah, my Facebook, which is Jazzmin Jolly, which is where I usually post all my pictures anyway. Yes, applause. Yay.
Awesome. And like, is Jenny still there?
Jenny, I think, is in this doorway. Let me stick my head around the corner and see if she's in this doorway. Where did my sandals go? My slippers. Jin Jin! Let me see if she's in this doorway. I'll call her twice and she doesn't show up. It means she's either asleep or not in the doorway. Jin Jin! Puppy! Jin Jin! Yeah, she's like, screw you, Jazzmin.
Aw.
Jin Jin! Can you come say bye-bye?
I was going to ask her to plug herself. Oh.
To plug herself?
Yeah.
Jin Jin!
Yeah. Does she have any social network accounts she want to share?
No, she's just like, if you have chicken, then I'm in love with you. If you have no food for me, then screw. Jin Jin!
Aww.
Where is she? Where are my shoes? Like, I usually have shoes that are right on the edge of this bed that I can stick my feet into so I can walk, so I can peek around the corner. And there are no shoes here. Were these the shoes I'm wearing? I could, like, just step here and peek around the corner. Where is she?
Aww.
I got my shoes real fast, see if I can, like, find her.
Goodness.
Probably. I bet you she's, like, right in front of this door and, like, sleepily ignoring me, which would be the extent of my life. Let me see.
Aww. That's okay.
Okay, I found her. Alright, hang on. I think she's coming.
Oh, awesome.
Let me see. Jin Jin! She was in the other end of the house. There she is! Say hi! Say hi! They wanted to say goodbye to you. I was calling you for so long and you did not hear me because you were at the other end of the house watching TV, which is very, very loud. Yeah? They wanted to say bye-bye to you. Can you tell them bye-bye? No? You're going to sit there and get pets? See, I'm still happy. See, Jazzmin, do you have chicken for me? No. See, no, I have no chicken for you. No, you're going to roll your eyes and sigh at me? I know, I'm an awful person. I have no chicken for you today. I'm so sorry. Can I have a kiss? Can I have that kiss? No? You're going to walk away and not give me a kiss? That's fine. That's cool. Hi, Jen. Yeah, I get no kisses today. That's nice. That's fine.
If I had the Prices Right fail horn on my phone, I would just play it just to be real funny.
If you had a what?
The Price is Right fail horn. Dun 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 dun. That.
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna sit here and find it. Ugh.
Oh my god.
Nope. I am not gonna do that
but
to you.
She came in and she was happy, and then she was like, okay, you have no food for me. I thought you actually, like, had something for me, and then she left, and I was like, okay. She hates me. That sounds like my life.
Thank you.
It makes my mom laugh, because Amara's just like, do I get a kiss? No? You know, lick yourself? Alright, that's cool. And then she kind of goes off, and I'm like, yep, there we go. Dog hates me. It's fine. So, yeah.
You'll be okay. But thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of our first 2-part episode. And I want to thank you all for tuning in on both parts. Hope you all really enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought. Be sure to go support Jazzmin's pages. Again, the information is in the descriptions below. Again, thank you all for tuning in, and I want to give a special thank you to Jazzmin Jolly for joining us in this 2-part conversation, and hope you all have a great day, and look out for more. Later.